Today we have the Honda Pilot in here and we're gonna change the oil on it. So let's go for it. So I went out and I picked up a ramp and a creeper seat and a creeper. So this is gonna help make the job a lot easier. So let me unload these things and get them ready to go. Here I have a 16-quart drain container. Got my oil. Okay, I'm gonna position these in front of the tires. Okay. To me, this looks pretty centered. So I'm gonna push this ramp into the tire a little bit. Okay, same deal. And then now try to draw an imaginary line straight down the middle. So I gotta come out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Looks good there. Check the other side. Looks good there. Completely flat all the way down. Good to go. And now what I'm gonna do before I turn the car off is I'm gonna put the e-brake on. Okay, e-brake is on. It tells me it's on. Completely for safety. Engine off. Gonna pop the hood now. It's hidden over here. All right. There we go. Now I'm gonna assess the situation here, find the oil filter. This is my very first time changing the oil on this vehicle, so I actually don't know where the oil filter is. And I don't see it on the top, so I'm gonna have to go look on the bottom. All right, there it is down there. Let's see what we got here. There you go. Broke loose. There it comes. There we go. There we are. So I removed the washer, the old washer from the drain plug here, and here is a new one that I'm gonna put on. And that's gonna go right back up there. Let's do it. All right, put in the drain plug back in with a new washer. Tighten that in by hand. Wipe off the excess oil right there. Make sure when you do this you look up the torque specs for whatever vehicle you're working on. In this case, for the 25 Honda Pilot, it is 30 foot-pounds. So start tightening it up. Get out of the way so get some more room to work with. All right, here we go. Tight right there. Now what I'm going to do is take the filter off, and I hope that they tighten that on by hand. So that filter doesn't want to come off by hand. So I got this tool here I got a long time ago. I don't know what it's called. It's probably just a oil filter remover or something. But this comes in super handy when you can't get an oil filter off. All right, let's give that a shot. All right, so I was able to finally get the filter off. That was quite a pain. I'm not currently able to get the vehicle up high enough to get good leverage in there, but this had to move out of the way, and then I had to use this tool here to help it out. So it was a combination of this and this towel right here. So finally. So here we are looking at the OEM Honda filter for Pilot. I'm sure for other vehicles as well, but this is what the Pilot gets. 15400-PLM-A02. Open her up. Putting some oil on the gasket seal here. A necessary step. Wouldn't want to skip this part. Let's put this puppy back in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes right back there. Oh man, it's already spilling on me. Trying to hand tighten it, but there's already a lot of oil spilling out of it, so I'm gonna have to wipe that down. And I'm only gonna be able to hand tighten it so far. I'm gonna have to use the little tool there to take it the rest of the way. I think hand tightening it might be enough though, realistically. That right there is where I'm gonna pour the new oil. Let's do it. A little bit warm there. Gotta watch out. Try not to get burnt. I hope this doesn't melt. It's pretty hot. So according to my research, it takes 5.8 quarts. So this right here is 5 quarts. Someone put this entire thing in there. Okay, now a little trick I learned a long time ago was to pour this sideways like this, and that allows a nice steady stream of oil to flow down. Whoops. So the Honda Pilot takes 5.8 quarts. I've already put 5 quarts in there, and I'm trying to find out how much of this is 0.8 quarts. So according to my math, I should have about 189 milliliters left. So I'm gonna mark that here so I know not to pour this entire thing in there. This is 150 right there. Okay, 160, 70, 80, 90. I'm just eyeballing this, of course. So 150 is here. We have 60, 70, 80, 90. All right, just gonna do a tad more. All right, that's right below the line. You know what? Just a smidge more. All right, that's it, no more. And double check to make sure it's not leaking on the bottom. That's actually just from me draining it out and I missed the pan or something like that. So we're good there. Just going around here and dabbing off any spills that I see here. Shouldn't be too big of a problem to have metal parts with a little bit of oil on it. Way back here I see something. It is now time to run the engine for about 2 minutes. Okay, now it's time to test or take a look at the dipstick to make sure the oil levels are fine. That looks pretty good, I'd say. So now that the oil has been changed, I'm gonna go in and change the settings. So let me start from the beginning. Go to home, hit that button, go to vehicle settings, and then hit that button, go to maintenance info. And then it says select reset items, and I'm gonna select, oops, hit this first, and then hit engine oil. Would you like to reset maintenance information? Hit reset. Maintenance information has been reset. So let's double check that right here. I'm gonna scroll through this to make sure the oil says 100% now. There we go. Oil life 100%. Okay. So that's gonna do it for oil changing for 2025 Honda Pilot. Okay, bye.